Namaste. Namaste, and welcome to Mindfulness Moment. What a great privilege it is to be able to have the time and space to pause for a moment in our day, to pause to connect, to come here now, to connect to our beautiful bodies, to connect to our breath, to connect to this very moment. What happens here happens there, and what happens there happens here. Again, connection. We are all so intimately connected. In today's world, in today's culture, we are perhaps in a space where we are separating. We are trying to divide one from the other. We're trying to divide the humanity from the presence, the energy of this beautiful earth. And this is an opportunity that we can just pause for a moment and find connection, which is always, always, always with us. And it comes in the form of our beautiful breath. It's a wonderful way to kind of take the shortcut right into connection. So sit nice and tall. You can sit down on the ground, or you can sit up in a chair, sitting at your desk, wherever it feels comfortable for you. Rooting yourself down, right? Connecting to the earth. Maybe it's the legs or the soles of your feet, and start to flow a bit, just kind of circling into your hips and your spine, your head and neck, and just arriving now. Deep breathing, inhaling and exhaling. So we use the tool of our breath. And today, let's try and just notice the sensations, and notice the vibrations that come into the body when we draw in an inhalation. When we expel an exhalation, just noticing. It's finding your place, finding your way. Sit nice and tall, turn your palms up to the sky, and then inhale, lift up, grow really tall here, reaching all the way up. Feel the belly, feel the core energy, look up, pulling your heart rate between your hands, and turn and twist. We'll twist to the left, dropping your right hand gently against your left thigh, and turn and twist, and go slow here as you explore, exploring with your breath. You can feel the energy moving up and down the spine. Can you notice that beautiful sound, perhaps, right? The breath moving in and out. You feel it at the bottom of the spine, in the middle of your back, right there to the top of your left shoulder. Just noticing. Good. Come back to center. Your gaze and your arms lift all the way up to the sky. Big breath, big stretch, and then turn and twist to the other side. And go slow in your investigation. We're coming into the body. We're coming into awareness. Use the tool of your breath to lengthen and expand, to soften, releasing into the space, into that beautiful space that the breath creates. And listen. Good, and come back to center, reaching the arms all the way up, a big flow of energy, melting the body forward. Put your hands down in your thighs and just gently drop the chest between the legs. Let your head and neck drop down and be here now. You could be in your chair, you can be down here on the ground, just moving the head gently from side to side. Let go. Deep breathing in and exhaling. And gently rising back up. Good. This practice teaches us that when we arrive in the moment, that we let go of, right, our past, we let go of perhaps the future thoughts. We just arrive here in this moment, in this body, in this breath. We're going to start to flow now. We're going to move into some cat and cow posturing. So you can do this on the ground. You don't need a yoga mat. I have a blanket that I like to place underneath my knees to support me here. If you're practicing on a yoga mat, that's perfect. That's perfect. If you don't want to come onto the ground to do this, you could be doing this standing, right? So just putting your hands on your thighs. So Let's come into the flow, the movements, the breath. The inhale is forward, your chin and your chest open. As you exhale, you round. I like to engage the feet as I'm doing this, pressing down through the tops of my feet. I'm on the ground doing this, inhaling forward, chin and chest lift. Exhaling and round, round, round. Head and neck are relaxed. Again, go like this, inhaling forward. Exhaling, emptying, emptying, emptying. Now, these postures are meant to open us, to warm the body. So go ahead and explore. You might circle around, pulling the hips back towards your heels. You can feel all of the joints of the body. This is deep summer now. It feels like deep summer here on the East Coast of the United States. And many of us are experiencing a lot of kind of humid weather. Sometimes the body responds with that same kind of humidness, right? It's very heavy. So notice tucking your toes and circling yourself around. There might be some areas that feel pretty spacious, right? You can kind of flow around, and then other areas that might feel heavy or blocked. And try not to judge those spaces, those places in your body, but just notice, right? Notice, send some breath and ease into that place. Good. Standing and rooting down. Your hands are on the ground. Your knees are underneath you. If you're standing up nice and tall. Extend that left leg back. You might push against the wall or a chair if you're standing to help find the balance here. And just push and pull, right? Push and pull. The back of that left leg is opening. The front of the leg. You can feel the energy right at the front of the left hip opening up. Nice full breath. I'm going to lift the left leg up and extend the right arm forward. So you're reaching way forward, pulling yourself in two different directions here. Opening up, feel the energy. You can drop your right hand back down, bend that left knee and circle around in the hip, moving, appreciating this big, beautiful joint, the hip, the leg. Feel that energy. Pull that left leg behind you and look over your right shoulder. Lift the left leg up a little higher. Beautiful side stretch there. Step that left foot forward. If you're standing, just come to a lunge. Hands are on the inside if you're on the ground, and then you can push forward, and then you can pull back. Maybe even trying to straighten that left leg a bit. Pull forward. Use your breath. Exhale, push back. One more time, pulling forward and pulling back. Climb up now, putting your hands right in the center of your thighs. So rooting down. I have one hand stacked on top of the other. And then again, a little move forward, pushing, gently pulling back. So working here in the legs, in the hip flexors, of course, the whole of the body. You feel the core energy holding you steady. Opening up the chest, the heart center open. You can feel your shoulder blades moving down the back. Go ahead and cactus your arms out alongside you, bending the elbows, turning the palms up. You can feel that lift here in the upper chest. Gaze is lifted. Feel your breath here. Inhaling and exhaling. Go ahead and bring your hands together. Push your thumbs against your sternum. Get really tall and then turn and twist to the left. Hands press and bringing your prayer to your heart, and breathe deeply here. Inhaling and exhaling. You can look over your left shoulder. Try to elongate the spine and listen for that beautiful vibration, that vibration that is created by the movement of your breath in your body. It creates connection with this very moment, connection with one another. Inhale, come back up to the center, reach up, deep breath. Beautiful. Drop your hands to the inside here. So if you are standing, you could do the same thing. Maybe you have your back leg lifted and just dropping your hands down here and let go, let go. It's a lovely stretch for your left hip. Using your breath, step that left foot back. The knee comes underneath you, and then some cat and cow shape. Inhaling. Exhaling, deep breath in, deep, deep breath out. Let's go to the other side now. So the left leg goes back, the right leg, sorry, goes back, and you can push and pull a bit, push and pull. Nice full breaths, inhaling, exhaling. Go ahead and extend the left arm forward. So reaching, go ahead and lift your right leg up, stretch and breathe in two different directions. Kind of reaching out. Nice full breath. Left hand goes down, bend that right knee and circle that leg. Big movements in your hip. Big movements, circling that joint around. You can look over the left shoulder, taking that right knee back behind you. Big breath. Good. A few more movements there, circling into the joint, and then step that right foot forward. Your hands are on the inside of your right foot, and then push forward and pull back. And push forward and pull back. You might lift the ball of that right foot, opening. Good. One more time, pushing forward and pulling back. Climb up, your hands stacking one on top of the other, right on the middle of that right thigh. Again, forward you go and back. We're really working here in the hip flexors. You feel the place where the leg meets the pelvis, and just opening up. Big breath in and big breath out. Welcoming yourself here and now. Turn your palms, cactus your arms, and feel your shoulder blades drawing back and towards one another, down the spine. You might bobble the head a bit. Big breaths. Bring your hands to your heart, pressing your hands together. Turn and twist. We'll go to the right side. You can hook your left elbow and lean way back into this. Big breath. Again, if you're standing in this posture, your back leg will be lifted. You're turning and twisting here, opening up. Good. Left knee can drop back down. Use your breath, reach your arms all the way up, your hands to the inside of that front foot. And then again, you can flow forward, let your head drop, and just surrender here for a moment. Nice full breaths. Paying attention. Arriving here now. Good. And that right leg goes back. The knee is on the ground beneath your hips if you're here. The foot stacks underneath you. And then again, some flow of cat and cow. Inhaling, exhaling. Good. Inhaling. Exhale. Exhale it out through your mouth. Shake it out a little bit, right? Let your lips get really soft, your cheeks. Do that again. Inhale. Exhale. Nice. If you're on the ground, go ahead and sink back into a child's pose. Your knees can widen. You can drop your torso between your legs. I have my hands stacking one on top of the other. If you are standing, maybe you just come to a gentle, soft forward bend, or sit back down in your chair and drape your body over your legs. Here now, very clear and aware, connecting to your breath. So sometimes just slowing down for a moment, this pause, this is the mindfulness practice, right? We really just slow down for a moment to connect. Can be profound shift of energy in your body. Maybe you can sense areas of great tension that you're holding. Maybe it's at the lower back area. Maybe it's in the hips or your shoulders. Sometimes just a breath or two is needed to check in, right? What's going on? Connecting. We tend to move very quickly through our lives, right? Walk your hands forward, reach wherever you are here. If you're standing, you might stretch and put your hands on the back of the chair or maybe against the wall. If you're down on the ground, go ahead and come back up onto your knees and keep walking your hands forward. Spread all 10 fingers, pulling your hips back, lift the torso off the ground. So this is a puppy dog shape. So you have a great sense of openness in the whole spine and the torso, from the bottom to the top. The sides are stretching. Draw your hands over to the right side and pull the hips to the left. If you're standing, your hands will be stationary and you just pull the hips off to the opposite side. Go ahead, come back to center and go to the other side. A big stretch. Nice full breaths. Good. Walk your hands back to center. If you're down on the ground, keep walking your hands forward. You might transition. We're going to come up to stand. You might lift your hips and tuck your toes and come to a downward facing dog shape. If that's a pose that works for you, go ahead and pedal out your feet. You can maybe swivel your hips from side to side, just opening up. Use the posture as you will, right? As you will, connect to your breath and feel the energy. You can stretch and breathe. Eventually, we're all going to meet in the standing forward bend. Keep your knees a bit soft as you meet there. Legs, right underneath your hips, head and neck are relaxed. Sway the body gently side to side. Let go, let go. Press down into the ground and then slowly and gently roll yourself all the way. Beautiful. Shrug your shoulders up to your ears. Do this a few times. Palms can face forward. Opening up. Beautiful. Standing nice and tall, hands to heart center. Close your eyes for a moment, see if you can connect. We're working with the theme today that what happens here happens there. What happens there happens here. We're all intimately connected to one another, to nature. Float your eyes open and sweep your arms to the sky. Your chest is lifted and open. What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? He's right here. He's right. To one another, to nature. Float your eyes open and sweep your arms to the sky. Your chest is lifted and open. What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? He's right here. He's right here. He's in the room with me. You just, excuse me. Sorry about that. Little life is happening. Sorry, Brian. Standing tall. Come here now, your hands to your heart. Inhale, sweep the arms to the sky, lifting up, big breath. Exhale, flow forward, long spine, and down, down, down you go. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale and release. Use your breath and roll yourself all the way back up. Sweeping your arms to the sky. Stay here. Turn your palms forward and separate your feet. Go nice and wide. Using your breath, put your hands on your hips. Draw your shoulder blades together. Your chest is lifted and lean back and open up. Can you connect here, front to back? You feel your breath traveling through the body. Bend your knees, pull your hips way back, long spine. Float the arms out to the side so you're flying here, right? Your core is nice and strong. Left hand goes down and right arm sweeps to the sky and lengthen. Straighten that right leg. Lengthen through the top arm and breathe deep. You might even straighten your left leg. As you exhale, your hands drop back down, your head and neck, shake, 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 let go. Right hand goes down and left arm sweeps to the sky. You're nice and strong and tall here. Keep breathing in and out. Exhale, your hands drop to the ground. That left hand, shake your head. And then slowly and gently roll yourself all the way back up. Nice full breath. Good. Little shrug of your shoulders. Heel toe your feet in and heel toe your feet in. And we're going to move into a little bit of a hip opener here. Pretty big hip opener, actually. I'm going to take it in the chair today. You can absolutely do this on the ground if you come to a cross-legged position. So feet are rooted on the ground. Go ahead and grab your right shin and give yourself a little movement here into the hip socket. Chest and heart are open. Stacking the ankle to the knee. You can feel this is a pretty nice stretch. If you're on the ground, it might just be here. right? If you're on the ground, you might take that bottom foot and track it right underneath. So you will stack one leg on top of the other. But this is a nice stretch. You can always do this at your desk if you need a little opener here. Walk your hands back behind you, wherever you are. I have my hands pressing against the chair. Draw your shoulder blades together. Lift your chin and your chest. Look forward. Keep the length in your spine. I'm hinging forward. Again, I don't really have to go very far to get a nice stretch, keeping that right foot flexed and open up. Deep breathing in and deep breathing out. Good, and then gently rise back up. Let's try that one more time. Your hands back, your chest is lifted. So here, right, keeping the pelvis neutral is where we find the most open space for this stretch, for this lengthening. So good for the hips, so good for the lower back area and breathing. Great for us who are in this world of seatedness, right? We have this sitting culture all the time. Good, and then gently undo. Shake out that leg. Let's try the other side. So lifting that left leg up, circle the leg around in the hip socket, grab hold here, keeping that left foot nice and flexed, ankle to knee. So on the ground, the pose is Agni Stambhasana. It's a fire log pose. So if it's appropriate, you can stack the right leg underneath the left. Sitting tall. Sometimes this is already enough. Putting your hands back behind you, lift your chest, lift your chest. Nice full breath. So keeping all of this openness, the chest is lifted as you hinge at the hips, right? You're hinging at the hips. The temptation is to kind of just to slump over and to round into that. Just enjoy the stretch and a nice long spine, deep breathing in, deep breathing out. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. Gently rise back up. Just pause and notice. This is our practice this day, particularly. Just notice the connection. Let's try it one more time. Leaning forward, connecting. Sometimes an intensity in one part of the body can be experienced and felt profoundly in another part of the body. Breathing in. Maybe you feel this in the lower back or your shoulders. Good, and then gently come back up. Nice, undo that. We do this, kind of shake out your legs. We do this work, this physical posturing to be able to find our way into this seat of meditation, right? The seat of meditation. The seat can be taken in a chair. You can sit nice and tall. I'm going to stay here today, right? You could be on the ground in your seat. I'm coming forward on my chair. I have a stable chair here, so it's not rolling around, but I'm sitting pretty much on the edge of the chair to maintain the integrity of the pelvis. We want that pelvis neutral, not pushing forward or back, to keep that beautiful length in the spine, to keep the length in the spine. Rest your hands down on your thighs, let your elbows soften, and just come here now. Connecting to your breath. You feel your breath moving in. You feel your breath moving out of the body. What happens here happens there. Going to this place of ease and effort. You can find it right between each beautiful breath. As you breathe in, there's a gentle pause at the top. As you exhale, releasing completely, there's a pause at the bottom. And just stay here. Breathe like that deep, deep breath, breathing in the belly, the ribs, the chest, all the way to the top. Pause. And slowly, gently emptying, emptying, emptying. A pause at the bottom. What happens here happens there. Feel and notice the vibration moving through your body just on your breath, going all the way down to your toes, all the way up to the crown of your head. We're going to conclude this day's mindfulness moment practice by doing a pranayama practice called Bharami. Bharami, and it is the sound of a bee, the sound of a bee that we create as we take this beautiful exhalation and allow that vibration to just move over our vocal cords. So there's the gentle sound of a bee. Your mouth and jaw are nice and relaxed. Take a deep breath in. Going all the way to the bottom of your breath, and just keep going like that. Deep breath in, filling up. And play with lengthening it. Keep going, keep going. The sound of a bee. Try it one more time, filling all the way up. Take your time, go all the way to the bottom of that breath. Drop your chin down to your chest. Just pause here for a moment. You need to breathe in a deep and full breath. Go ahead and bring your hands in front of your heart. We do this practice for the benefit of all beings. What happens here happens there. We're intimately connected to our breath and our body, to one another, and to the planet, to the beautiful mother of nature. Go ahead and lift your chin and your chest. Reach your arms all the way to the sky. Take another breath. Exhale, send that energy out into the world. Bring your hands back together. May all beings be free. You can rest your hands at your forehead. May all beings be safe. Bring your fingers to your lips. May all beings be healthy. Namaste. Thank you so much for the privilege and honor of guiding you through